It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor. He was an unstoppable force last week with well over 200 yards. It's the Colts and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in just in an absolute freefall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Carr going to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. If you look at this Colt defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 76 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right? And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick. Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll bring up second down. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion. Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open space. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued. Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
He's going to try and do this himself. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard. Now back to throw. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going back to your game plan coming in,
Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. To return is McKenzie. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Saints.
Now Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Leonard, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago. Jonathan Taylor fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 2 catches, 2 to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future.
And they should be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. McKenzie now to return it. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Try! Down to the 10. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, 44 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
What now?
Throwing on first down is Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got room to roam. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. To throw is Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28. 5-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
McKenzie will not return this, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hurt. Trapping 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hey, check that. Street. Hey, smash Broncos. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here's Hardy set to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On the move past the 40 and down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now a play fake. Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing now is Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Carr again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
And he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw here.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Washington's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And motioning left, that's Pittman.
19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw again.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Darnell Washington
as the... Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Texans who are out in front. The Texans trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Kirk Cousins has fired 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Mac Hollins, a touchdown reception. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Shot alert! Shot alert!
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, They're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
Right down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Carr. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Trenton Simpson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided...
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce.
A big pickup of 38.
But my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Get it. Unlock line. Unlock line. Let's go.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession?
Go.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Call it no gain. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Losing 4 yards. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Colts,
they